Questions, actually. There's a young grandchild here, he happens to be mine, actually, called Felix Parkinson. There you are. Would you ask Mr. Morpurgo your question?
I would just like to ask, how do you feel when you're writing your stories?
I knew you would ask a difficult question. It's in your genes. It depends. If I'm on a good day and the story is really going well and it's flowing and I'm speaking it down onto the page with conviction, I really love it. I love the 2-3 hours, whatever it is that I do, and I feel so satisfied that I've been lost in this world that I've created. However, there is a however. If at some particular moment I've lost faith in what I'm writing, or maybe I'd gone wrong yesterday morning and I'd taken an avenue which wasn't an avenue that was leading anywhere, and you've got to go back and retrace your steps, I find that difficult. But I kind of keep to a system in my head, and it's this: that when I write, I try to forget that I'm writing altogether. I have the story in my head, not in detail, but I have the background. I know the geography of the place that I'm writing about, as Stevenson did with that island. I know the people, because maybe I've researched them. I know their families. I know their concerns. So what I try to do, if I can, is to let the story almost tell itself. So it's up in my head here, and I speak it. I don't write it. I speak it down my arm, through my fingers, onto the page. And I let it flow, and I try not to bother about punctuation, which isn't difficult. I don't bother about spelling. You can check it later. I just tell the story down. And then what I do is the next day I will read it through and write it out by hand, improving, you hope. And here's the thing, Felix, you haven't got, which I've got. I've got a wife. And what I do is I hand my little scribbles onto my wife, who then goes on a thing called a computer. Have you heard of them? A word processor. And it goes down on that, and then she hands me the text, and I can correct it. So that's how I do it, and I love the process when it goes well. I just hate it when it's not going well. I guess it's much like any other job, in that respect.